found out, say I found out that I've lost something in this room. I've actually pinpointed where, I know it's somewhere in this room I've lost somewhere. So with your pendulum, what you do is you just come into a room and think, right, it's told me it's in this room. Right, I've got to know where. So what you do is just hold it like that. And then you say to it, where is it? Show me direction. Show me the direction where it is. And you just move slowly around like this. You've got to know if it's behind you as well. Just keep saying that. Show me. In fact, I'll test it.
Is it have to be crystal on the end of it? Or does it
No, it can be a ring. It can be a ball even if you want. It can be anything. It's just a matter of a weight.
Yeah.
A weight. I'll put my glasses here. I'll see if it can find my glasses from me. It's only an example. I know where it is. It might be me consciously doing that, but I'll try not to. But let's see if it goes towards that. Right. Show me direction where my glasses are. Show me the direction where my glasses are. What direction is my glasses? This is how you do it. Like it's not swinging over there. I'll do it a bit faster. I'll try not to consciously point to that. I don't want to cheat. I'll try not to do it. But my mind knows where it is. It's best if I don't know where it is.
That what you do?
Show me.
Well,
Anyhow, if I didn't know where it was, turning round slightly, you don't have to, but turning round slightly, it would swing that way, right? So I'd go over there, I'd walk over there, and I'd look.
spinning round.
Yeah.
Or moving.
Yeah. Well, it's up to you. Like I said, there's no rules.
Stuff in the silliest places. I
Yeah.
never dream of thinking.
So how does your pendulum tell you where something is then? How does yours do it? Does it just by spinning?
It usually says yes.
Yeah.
I'll go in the room and it'll say yes, and then I'll say, well, whereabouts is it?
Yeah.
And as I walk round, I don't walk in a circle.
Right.
I'll go near my cupboard or.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then it goes. Round.
Yeah. So when you go near to energy, it'll start swinging. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's how you do it. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I laugh at it sometimes. But
Yeah.
I think, how the hell is it?
Yeah, don't worry.
My husband just checks it then.
Yeah,
Me.
yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Well, you do it that way. I'd just go.
Yeah.
I'd just go in a room, middle of a room, because I don't know where it is round me. And I just slowly go around like that. And if it starts swinging there, it's like saying it's over there. Like if it was my glasses, and I came and it starts swinging over there. It's saying it's over there. And I'd just go and I'd look. And usually you find it. You usually say, right, thanks a lot. And you find it.
Never have put it there.
Yeah, yeah. And it used.
Well, put it there in one place and find it somewhere else.
Oh,
I don't put it there.
Yeah, sometimes you say if it wasn't there, and you'd go, well, why has it told me there? And then I would ask it again. I'd stay in this position and say, is it here? Where is it? Because it could have fallen down there, and I haven't looked. It could be there, and if I think, no, it's not there, I'll go over here, and then this will be going, oh, he's an idiot. I've told him it's there. So you've got to check. But these charts are just practicing, getting you to do
Just to program it.
Yeah. Yes and no.
Program it. Yeah.
So let's do it again then. Let's all do it again. Just put it over the top. Hold it with your thumb thing and relax your arm. That's it. And right, let's just tell it to go to yes. Go to yes. Tell it in your mind's eye. Go to yes. say, just relax it. Let's go to yes. Then when it starts swinging to yes, then actually tell it to stop. Just say to it, stop. Stop. Keep saying it until it stops. Stop. Yes. Now go to no. Change it, go to no. And then once it's gone in the direction, and just tell it to stop. Stop. And then tell it to go to maybe. Swing to maybe. Don't swing it consciously with your hand. Just let it do it on its own. Just keep playing around with that for a bit on your own and get the feel of it. Keep telling it to go to direction. Once it's gone in that direction, even a slight swing, just tell it to stop and then tell it to go into next direction. Because you can command it, it will listen to you. It will stop exactly you say stop, it will stop exact on stop. So just keep messing about with it like that. And then just tell it to stop and then go in direction again. Yeah, don't forget about the clockwise and the anti-clockwise as well for yes and no. If it's spinning, you can actually command it to do that as well. So just command it to go. I don't know if any of you have used to watch that program Charms. If you watch it, they use these a lot in the program. They do it to find people with a map, and it does work. If you've got a map, it can actually work. Actually, if you get a map and there's a missing person, you can actually. It would take quite a while to charge it. You'd have to possibly have a picture of that person. As a psychic, if I were finding someone on a map, I wouldn't just go to the map and say where are they, because it wouldn't show me. I'd have to tune into that person's energy as a psychic. I'd have to tune in clairvoyantly and really tune in and look at that person, get the feeling of that person. I'd picture what's happened to that person, and then I'd get my map and I'd say go clockwise where they are, and then just put it over area, and if it started going like that, then basically there probably be where they are, round about that area. That would take that's not easy to do, I've got to admit, but you can do it. You can basically find people with that. I know psychically and spiritually, and this is only a game, and I only did it for, and I've only done it once, but I'm going to admit it. I like to test things, and I like to play some games, and I have a sense of humour sometimes. I did test this on the lottery, right? I made my own chart with all numbers. Right, alt numbers, put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I put it over each number, and I programmed it to say to me that if that were the number, what's coming out in the lottery, go cup. So it'd have to spin like that to me to say yeah, because that's here. So I went over every number. Is it number 1? No. Is it number 2? No. And I went through all numbers like that. The funny thing about it though, I didn't win, right? Otherwise I won't be here tonight. I think but the amazing thing what it did choose 6 numbers. I thought that was amazing. It's even though it out of all the numbers it chose the exact, and I was thinking about I was just putting it over. No. And after I've gone through all the numbers and I wrote down the numbers, I found out it chose 6 numbers. And I thought that was amazing. I thought, because it could have chose 3 numbers. It could have chose 1. It could have chose 10. It didn't. It chose 6. So I found that was amazing. I did win a tenner with it, by the way. I did win a tenner from that.
From the numbers it chose?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can
So
say.
I did win a tenner from it. But to me that was amazing. Even though which Spirit Worlds up said no, you can't, Ricky, you can't do it for personal gain, obviously. But it proved that it was genuine. It proved that it was true out of six numbers. So yeah, I wouldn't advise doing all like that, but I don't know. If you want to, why not? If it makes you, if it can do that. So again, you know, did everyone find that it were, you were commanding it? Did everyone find you could command it? Or were you struggling?
I've got a dodgy shoulder which causes lots of pain anyway, so I'm not...
So you're fidgeting a little bit?
Yeah, but I was conscious of a unconscious movement in my hand anyway.
In your, okay, yeah, you...
Almost like it was, we were talking about it before, almost like it's, like that's where it's got to go now, so that's going to...
Yeah. I mean, you can use it for, do they use stuff like this for healing and crystals?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
In Reiki?
Yeah, you put them around them or
Yeah.
down, well, them are stones out the down
Yeah.
down, but you can use crystals.
And why don't on the chakras and that one?
Yeah, so that's interesting. That's great. Let's do another, you'll probably get this straight away, but I'm only doing this for fun as well. This is going to be just for a bit of fun, because I like doing experiments and games. Again, I just want you to go with your intuition on this one again, like we did that photograph of that gentleman. But this time, I want you to just focus what I'm going to give you and just look at it. And then I want you to defocus your eyes, like you just relax. You're not just relax your eyes where it goes blurred within your eyes. Yeah. You can't do it. I can't do it. Do you know? If you wear glasses like I do, this is brilliant for that because you know we're out of focus anyhow. So we can do it. We can do it naturally. With that.
Don't anybody move because
Yeah.
where you've gone it.
So just do that, and just look at it. If you want to move it a little bit away, you can. And just hold it and see what comes. You might get it instantly. It might be too easy for you. But I just want to try it. Right, I'm not going to let you it might be too easy. I'll see what you get. And don't anyone tell me what they've got.
I can see it already.
Oh no, don't. Can you?
I'm not going to say it, I can see it.
Well, don't, you know already. Yeah, well don't say no. I'm going to turn it upside down so you can. You probably can see it, can't you? I'll turn it that way. You probably know who it is already. Right, turn it over then because I think you can see it better. Just look at it. It's so simple, is this? Just look at it. Don't say who it is. I want to see if anyone... Have you all got it instantly? You did, yeah. Can you see who it is? I can't believe how fast you got that. I didn't even turn it over.
I'm supposed to do those magic eye things really well.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. Can anyone get it? Have you all got it?
Yeah.
Who it is? Do you know who it is? Could you see it though? Did it? Can you see it coming out to you?
I think you can see it more that way.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But what I wanted you to do is,
You like it now?
yeah.
That way.
But what I want you to do is, I want you to get the. I want you to get.
This you can get everyone in the every copy.
Right. Look at
If
that.
you weld wear it, it's a
Yeah.
lot clearer.
Wow.
What I want you to do is I want you to see it come out. I want you to actually see. I want you to actually look at it, and when it does come out, I want you to remember the feeling of it. How do you feel when you can actually see this? When you focus on it, it's quite a strange feeling, isn't it? When you see it.
I can see that one. I can't see this one.
I want you to look. Who is this? Do we all know who it is?
Abraham Lincoln, isn't it?
Yeah. Did everyone see him? Clear as day. Eventually, when your eyes will focus, with his beard and everything.
You ever seen do a search on the internet for Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy, and it comes up with the links between the two. It's really
Right.
fascinating.
Right. What I did that test for you, it was so easy, but what I wanted you to do is feel it. You know, when your mind's eye could see it coming out, I wanted you to get that feeling. Whoa, I can see it. Whoa, that's good. And that is what happens when you're psychic and you're clairvoyant. Exact type of energy, exact type of feeling, especially if you see spirits. Seeing spirits is exactly, I'm trying to describe how it's going to feel if you see a spirit. If you see a loved one or a spirit, it's practically the same. Just before his face comes out and focuses on it, that split second, that's the feeling you would get if you saw a spirit. It's it'd start off there and then it'd come, whoa, I understand who that person is. So that was the test for that. I just wanted you to know the feeling in your mind of actually seeing it.
That's where was the image on it as well.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
That's probably to trigger your mind off. There's a great one on
It's not similar to them pictures you can get where you've got a similar thing but focus out of it.
Magic eye.
Yeah, magic eye.
yeah. There's one on internet, a great one. Yeah. There's a religious one on internet, and that's quite simple really, and you can basically say, but the one on internet, as soon as you see it, you really can't see who it is. But with that one on internet, it tells you to actually look at it, and then turn your body and look away, and just stare into thin air. And Jesus, it's one of Jesus. You just look at, and Jesus, and it just comes out like that. It's so fantastic. And
You
if
can
you
make
saw-
images, can't you?
Yeah.
Like I did one of my mate years ago, where he was into Oasis, so I did one of his face. It was made up of Oasis pictures.
Yeah.
Just fused them together, that's all.
Yeah.
Do it online.
Well, this type of thing, I don't know if this type of thing, I've been doing this since I was a little boy, and it used to send me crazy. I used to send me absolutely nuts, and I still do it to this day because that's how I am. I can see faces in edges and privets and carpets, and say if I had a carpet with all colours on, and I just stared at it, a face would come out of me, or edges. You know, I just look at an edge, and this face would just appear. But then when I sort of shake my head like that and get conscious of it and say, nah, it goes then. It sort of goes. That's been happening to me often. That is my clairvoyancy. It's my spirit guides practicing and training me. for my clairvoyancy. Because your spirit guides will train you to be psychic as well. They'll help you develop spiritually into being psychic.
Can you see a face in that picture? The reason why I asked is, I've got it on the bin, I took it off.
I need my glasses for that one.
I dreamt about Prophet Muhammad one night years ago, and when I woke up, it was summertime obviously, I could see his face here, like an Arabic face. I could see it as clear as day, but some people can, some people can't. So you've got like his beard there,
Yeah.
and that's where his eyes have been in yours,
Yeah.
like a side profile. I just thought
Oh
it was
yeah,
the
yeah,
spookiest
it's
thing
coming through, yeah.
ever.
Yeah, it's got beard there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, great is that. Yeah, that's fantastic, is that. You know, you can, and them sort of things, you can train yourself. With technology we've got nowadays, it's fantastic to train yourself to be clairvoyant, because that would train you to be clairvoyant, and things like this. Okay, it's an optic illusion, we know that. The real thing what's happening is to do with your eyes and light and colours, and it's an optic illusion. But it trains us as well, because I believe it all kicks in, is clairvoyance. It is partly optic illusion with colours, with the light. But so what? If we can see spirits that way, then that's how they come through. That's how they connect with us, with our brains. Now, skeptics and scientists say, it's only your brain. What's all that? Yeah, of course, isn't that fantastic then? If it's only his brain, that's brilliant. What you trying to say? Well, you know, they're sort of, oh, it's just your brain. You know, oh, you're only clairvoyant. You're only telepathic. What's that? If I'm telepathic, that means that must be fantastic. So, we'll try with tarot cards. I'll give you 3 cards. Right, I'll give you, I'm not a magician, don't worry. I'm not a magician.
I struggle, should have been my pack of the money this week.
Just pick 2 cards, any card.
2 came out.
Yeah, they're a bit sticky because I'll let people have used
I'll
them.
look at them.
Yeah, you know, just take 2. And 2. And take 2. Right, these 2 cards are going to mean something to you personally. These mean something to you. Just take 2. Anything. Right. Now you pick 2 there at random, all of you. Them 2 cards mean something to you too. They mean to your thing. They mean to me. Just want to. Ah, well done. Good. Pressure there from someone. Ah, that's good. Right, I just by looking at that, I know I know what that means, but I'm not going to tell you because I want you to read it yourself. I want you to try to. I want to see if how. So to you, what would that mean to you? Anything, don't matter.
It does mean something to me, but I believe it.
Don't keep if it's too personal. Just
No.
generalise.
I believe that represents to me the end of something, the end of to do with work.
Yeah.
And a change at work. That's what I see.
Yeah.
And maybe better money.
That's okay. Can you say what else?
When I first saw them, I thought I'd be happier. I don't know why.
It made you feel alright.
Yeah. What did you see?
How does that card make you feel?
Well, I think it's the end of to me it's the end of the work, the labour that I've been doing now.
Okay, I mean that means that like I said, there's no rules, your own way. If you interpret it that way, I've got a little bit, that were good actually. There's certain things I would interpret that card a bit different, but it doesn't mean that I'm right. It doesn't mean that he's wrong. He's right. I wouldn't tell him, I wouldn't say to you, that's wrong.
What would you think that meant?
That means there's a trust issue going on within your work. I don't know if you're not trusting someone or not trusting anyone's advice, or someone's saying something to you but you don't really believe them, so you've got to be careful with them. Could be your bosses higher up. I don't know. There's something you're not trusting to work, connecting to do with. They might be promising you something, might be promising you more money, which it is money. But there's a bit of a trust issue. They're taking something away what they're not telling you. So to me, when I see that card, it makes me feel, oh, something's happening behind scenes what someone's not telling me. So I'm not trusting that person. So there's a little bit of a trust. But you got it spot on with work, so don't worry. That will good. Don't worry. What you get from that then? What you get, both, we'll put them both together. See, anything, it don't matter. To you it's right.
Yeah.
Anything.
Might go in a crystal ball or something and try to see something. Or something away, or something, try to lose something or anything.
Go a bit deep. Look at the picture. Look at the actual picture. What's the picture? The tarot card. What's the picture? Yeah, that's coins, money. There's an hand there. If I had some coins in my hand and I went like that to yeah, take it. There you go. So, you know. And don't forget this as well. Is this green pasture there? It looks peaceful. It looks all neat and tidy. It looks really, really nice. This is a star. Simple. Wish upon a star. What you're wishing for. A star brightens things up as well. What you're wishing for is going to come true. So to me, that would say, I would say to you, watch out for June, July, round about that month, you're getting some money coming to you. Financial gains coming to you round about June or July.
Still with this peaceful.
Well, with the money, you might spend it on your property, your home. You might do a garden up or whatever, or you might spend it. But watch out. My prediction, I'm going to predict with them two cards, and ring me up June or July, round about June or July, you're going to get some money.
Where did you get the dates from?
I got it from that card. That is the Ace of Pentacles, right? The Ace of Pentacles shows me the date. If I were doing a tarot course, I'd tell you how to do timing on it. That means summer. That means summer. Simple as that. And even garden shows you it's summer. So I would say with Pentacles, as simple as that. It's a coin. You've been offered it. You are going to get some money. And with that card next to it, with that card, it means success, bright, that's what you're wishing for, that's what you'd really wish for, some income coming your way. And that's a major card as well, that's what we call a major card, which means, to me, that's a minor, it's an ace. This card's more powerful than that. So this card means it will happen, because it's a major event. They're two minor accounts. That situation, you can deal with it or you can't. It's not going to cause you a dramatic. It's going to be trivial to you. So it's not major in your life.
Is that money?
Yeah. That's telling you about your work. It didn't mean money to you. It doesn't mean you're getting money. It could do if it was something else, but that meant that triggered off work to you, which that's what it was meant to do. Can you?
Can I?
Yeah. What does that mean to you? Don't matter. Anything.
I can't think. Is that Sarah Davis? Can't think.
What? Yeah. It's just what does what would that mean to you?
That's where he is.
If you feel if you're getting a feeling of that's a female, it could be a female that, it doesn't have to be a male, just because it's a picture, it could be a female as well. That,
I seem to be carrying a load of,
yeah,
carrying a lot of,
go with that, carry on, go with that. Stretch it a bit more, tell me more about that card. You're carrying what? What are you carrying?
of everybody's
Go on, yeah.
problems.
Very good. Go, do a bit more. It's all falling on your shoulders. Yep.
Am I going to let go then? No, I won't
No,
let go. I won't let go.
No. That's very good.
That's just, yeah.
That's very good. What that is exactly what you said. You've got a lot of pressure on your shoulders at the moment, especially connected to do with either a work situation or someone at home. Someone at home is putting a lot of pressure on you. You're carrying everyone's burdens as well. You're the sort of person what won't say no, and you try to sort out everybody's problems because you like that, and it's, I don't know, I feel a bit of pressure on you. Do you feel invisible sometimes to certain people?
Okay.
You're not getting appreciated, are you? Right, I won't go too far because it's getting too deep, but that's what that means. You know I'm alright there, don't you? Yeah, don't say oh, because it gets a bit too deep. I could give you a reading. If you want to see me afterwards, I'll give you a reading.
Would you?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It depends on whether it is.
Well,
what's happening to you? Just say oh, just go with it. What's the pictures doing? What do you want to say? No, it's coming to you.
All the get is to like love the feelings, like lots of emotions and that.
Yeah, emotions is good. Cups means emotions. It's about feelings, it's about emotions. Water is emotions. It means, so to me, and I'm not going to read it, to me that's about your personal life, about your relationship, because it's emotions. It's not saying what's happening. That to me is telling me what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I know exactly, with them two cards, I know exactly what you're thinking, but I won't say it because it's personal. I won't. I'd have to do a reading on your own because that goes really deep. That goes fairly deep as well. But that's telling me what you're thinking about your relationship. That's another one. Could you feel it?
Well,
That's good.
that one
What did you feel
makes
about?
me feel like lonely.
Yeah.
I'm like all feel like I'm on my own.
Good. That's good.
That one like my whole mission to would come this one.
Very good. Yeah. Don't worry about them. Don't worry. It don't matter about that. Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. So, you'd say that's exactly what that card means. It means solitude. It means on your own, and it means that what you're wanting and what you're hoping for will come. Because Wheel of Fortune means success. Wheel of Fortune actually means 2 months as well. So we're within the next 2 months. But the real meaning of that, to me, that means you've been thinking about, or have you just been studying you've finished a course, because that means study. That means study to me. So if I were giving you a reading, I would say you've been studying, or you are going to do another course, and you've been studying. Within this study, what you're going to do, carry on. I would say, I would advise you to carry on, because I can see in the future you're going to be very, very successful within your study. So if there's any doubt about the study or the subject is over the top of your head and you're struggling, don't, because I'm picking up that this study is going to be very, very successful, and I can see you thinking about going on another course within the next 2 months. And you have been, haven't you?
Yeah, just finished the
Yeah.
next one going on to
There you go. There you go. And it said, remember, I missed something there again. Look, even me as a professional psychic, I can miss certain things. I said 2 months. I predicted it that it were 2 months. She said 2. She'd been in 2 courses. I missed it. Right, missed the number 2. Don't worry, I got the 2. I got the 2. It's just that I was focusing on that more. I was thinking more of timing, because in my head I wanted to give her some timing. So I said 2. Now, I could have actually come away from that, and without her saying 2, I could have said you've been on 2 courses. That's what validation means. That's what the public want. They want you to get them things. So that's good.
Can I just ask very quickly then, because you've got me thinking now, because of what's going on.
Carry on thinking, yeah. In fact, if you looked at them, I've told you now, if you looked at them, more stuff will start coming into your mind. So you keep on doing that.
You didn't see job loss though in that, did you? Because you said something like it's all good or something. Because we had that
No.
rep.
Well, let's have a look. You want to ask that? Okay, shuffle the cards. You shuffle. You just touch the cards. Right. Okay. Just put them down. Turn it over. You asked for John Ross, didn't you? It's not answering that question. That's a female, a Cancerian lady. It means, I don't know if someone in your work is a female who's higher than you. No. Or she's a female. No, it's not answering. Sometimes it can do that. I'm not getting anything. I don't get anything from that. It doesn't answer the question. Sometimes it can do that in a reading. It's amazing. Sometimes it doesn't answer. So if it doesn't answer, it means it's not going to happen. So if you're worried about job losses and it has not told me that you're either going to say yes or no, and it just hasn't answered, like pendulum done, it won't answer. It means there's nothing there for me to tune in as a psychic. The spirit guides and the energy is not going to tune into that question, because it'd be pointless. It's wasting his energy because there's nothing there. And in other words, it's not going to happen.
That card wouldn't mean anything.
Well, it don't mean anything to that question. If I were doing you an overall general reading, I'd have to go deeper and go further into another direction. We were just focusing on that actual question. So it didn't answer with that card. So I won't read that card, that question. I just say to you, no, there's no job losses. Because it hasn't answered. As simple as that. But, yeah, we've only got a few more minutes, 2 minutes. But what you do with read, that were good actually. All of you did really, really well. To say that you hadn't been on a course, or you haven't read tarot cards to people, or that is exactly what you basically do. I can't actually tell you that you're wrong. I interpreted it my way, how I would read it, but what you'll come out with, if I saw you doing a reading to someone, I won't come up to you and say, that's wrong. You're totally wrong, because you won't be. It'd be right. That's how you're picking it up. and it would be right in a reading, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to start thinking, well, would I be wrong with that person? No, you won't be wrong, because that's what's coming to you in your head. That's how you interpret that. But remember as well, as we said last week, and as we're saying on the course, that we've got to use all those five senses as well. We've got to tune in psychically as well, don't forget. This what you won't actually tune in psychically when you were reading them cards. You were all in beta, you were all conscious, because I didn't take you down to that level. I just wanted to, it was just an experiment. I didn't want you to do it psychically. What you picked up there is your intuition. The pictures started putting pictures into your head. You started thinking of things, what them pictures were, and that's what I wanted you to do. When it does that, then we can go into being psychic. See, before a reading, I would put myself into the alpha state. Before I did the reading, I would relax. I'm psychic now. I can read to you. That's why when I were going round, as I were going round, I was looking, when I got to about here, I was in that state. I could feel it. And that's why when I came round to here, it got more deeper and more serious, because I was in alpha state. And I would be able to pick up, at that particular time, I would be able to pick up these three ladies. I'd be able to pick up everything about them. There wouldn't be anything to be away from them. No. Not I'm telling you, there wouldn't. There wouldn't.
nervous lady.
And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that as an ego. I'm not saying that to boost me up. I'm not saying that because I'm fantastic and brilliant. No. What I'm saying is that I'm telling you that once you really get tuned in, you're that confident. It's your confidence what you've got to get when you're psychic and doing readings. If you're not confident, it puts you back into beta because you're thinking about it. I don't think when I'm in alpha and I'm tuned in, straight away I got a sinking feeling. I got a feeling of, she's having some problems here. Straight away I knew it. There I thought, she's got a lot on her mind at the moment. I can think it and feel it. It goes more deeper. There, when I came round here, straight away, from that, my energy went woof, and I felt excited. Looking at them cards, went, whoa, great! Oh, she's going to do great in the studies. That is brilliant. And that's what I was hearing in my mind. I was hearing all this. Yo, great! Applause. I even get that sometimes. I get a picture of applause. Yo, go on, girl, go for it. And it means that to me, and I feel it. I don't just see it. I feel it, and I get excited. And you'll do that in your readings. You'll know in your readings. And the person who you're doing a reading to, they'll learn it in your voice vibration as well. You know, like when I was getting more emotionally, I said, oh yeah, you're having problems with that. So the energy's gone down. But when I see something exciting, I exaggerate it as well, because I want that person to feel it as well. And actually, sometimes I want them to laugh. I like laughter in the readings. I love people to laugh in the readings because it boosts the energy. So when I see something exciting, I go, yo, oh, brilliant. And it's, what can you say? You know, and I really do get excited within the readings. But that was good. That was excellent what you all did. I'm really, really pleased at that. You all did well. You just need to, you know, I mean, I can teach tarot. I will be doing a tarot course later on. If you're quite welcome to come sign up for it. It would be a one-day course, possibly 1 day. After the course, just 1 day, you will be able to read all these cards professionally, charging money, doing whatever you want to, with your friends, set up a business, doing readings, and you will be psychic and medium. This course, what I'm teaching before we go, I can tell you now that what I'm teaching in this 6-week course is 20 years of my experience. I'm teaching you my line as a psychic, and that's what I'm giving you. 20 years, all what I've done, business as well, how to earn money from it, because we can earn money from it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'll teach you later on about that. There's nothing wrong with it. And what you will go away with after these 6 weeks, you will know more about being psychic than most professional psychics out there. You'll be on the same level as them, just in this 6-week course. And I'm telling you now, a lot of the top psychics do not even know about beta, alpha, theta, delta. They don't even know about that. I've asked loads of psychics, do you know exactly what's happening to your brain? They go, no, I've got a clue. I'm psychic. It comes from, it's natural, it's a gift. No, it's not. What's happening to your brain? They don't even know, because they don't even think about it, because they're thinking something else. They're not looking at the real world like I have done. It took me 20 years. I also lived in a fantasy, thinking it was a gift from God and all this lot. Over the 20 years I've realised that there's something else going on as well, the truth. And that's what you're getting. So after this course, you won't need to go on another psychic development course. You really won't. Don't waste your money going on another psychic development course after this, because you've got everything there, and I've taught you everything within the 6 weeks, what to do. And then what you can do after this course, obviously you can go into another courses to further your education and develop in a different subject, like you wanted to do numerology or auras or whatever. You can go into that, but you don't need to go on any more psychic development classes after this, because you'll know everything. And then you can further, if you're so long, further your education by studying a particular subject, what's interesting to you. But you don't need to do it if you don't want to. Like I said, this is what I've been used. This is all I use. I don't use anything else. And like I said, I've been working with it as a psychic for over 20 years now. I'm still doing it now. Like tonight. Tonight I'll be doing readings tonight after here. I will go home and I'll be doing readings. I'll be on the telephone tonight, possibly till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, doing readings. So I'm still working in the bit. I'm still there. I also believe that a good teacher is someone who actually does it, not someone who just studies and not do the practical. Anyone can study and read a book and get the knowledge, but it's the practical. So great, thanks a lot. Next week again, like I said, next week we'll be doing about spirit guides. That's going to be a good one next week, because I want you to all to meet your spirit guide, and I'll take you through that. And once you do, that's going to be an experience for you all. Thank you.
I'm hoping to be on time.